Hey guys, welcome to Phone Radar. This is Chetan and this is the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge, the Edge device from Samsung that was launched not a long time back, and this was running the Android 4.4.4 KitKat, and finally we have the Android Lollipop update coming into this, and this probably is one of the first devices in India that is receiving the Lollipop update. Surprisingly, still the Galaxy S5 and the Note 4 are still awaiting the update. I just got the update right now, and if you can see, this is a pretty huge update which was about 1039.32 MB in size, and you can see the major changelog, that's OS upgrade to Lollipop and more visible and accessible notifications. So that is a part of Lollipop update because the notifications are on the lock screen as well, and we'll have to see how different this Samsung TouchWiz UI becomes when we have the Lollipop OS into this, because usually it's the same kind of interface that we see on most of the Samsung smartphones regardless of which Android version they run. So let's install this and check out what all comes as the update and what are the differences from what we are seeing on the Android 4.4.4 KitKat on the Note Edge. So here we are, welcomed by the new OS version, and surprisingly I don't see much of a change here, except for some changes. This area is a bit changed. I'll show you a screenshots while we go through all this in the video itself, so that you can understand whether there are any huge changes that we are seeing in the size and shape of these icons or the sections. First, let's go into the About section to check about the OS version that's installed. So it's Android 5.0.1 version and the Android Lollipop OS, and we have this game as well, so everything is perfectly seen here. It's Android 5.0.1, not to be confused. It's not 5.0.2 or 5.1. 5.1 is still new and just on the Nexus devices right now. So apart from that, let's see what has been changed. Here as well we see some of the differences while I go through here. This is how the notification panel looks like. Not really different, but there are differences in colors because it was a bit darker that we had seen earlier. This is the notification area. The notifications also look much similar to what you had seen on the Nexus devices or the official Android. So this is how the notification would work like. It is prioritization of the notifications is possible here. So these are the Google settings that I would go into based on what notification I am receiving. So this is how the notifications would look like on the lock screen itself. This is the lock screen, and you can see that the notification is being shown here right now. And this is the standard lock screen area where I can swipe to unlock the screen, and you can see that more notifications coming here would be hidden here. So you need to pull that down to show all the notifications. So that is how the notification area would work, and just similarly to any other Android Lollipop version right now, you can pull down the actual lock screen to have these quick settings shown. So this is how it would work basically on most of the Android phones, but here it is different with the actual notification panel when you are into the phone screen, because when you pull it down you would see the quick settings directly available along with the notifications, while when you see on the standard Lollipop OS, it would be the notifications first showing up, then you have to pull it down further for the quick settings to be shown, but here it's always here. So these are notifications. I just can open it in this way or just swipe it to delete it. So this is how the notifications work here. Apart from that, I don't see any major changes, and right now because it's just installed, I don't know much of that in the changelog as well, because there are no huge differences being shown in the changelog of the Lollipop update. And what I see here is a bit of difference. So this was what was available earlier. These were the options what we had seen on the Android KitKat. Now we are seeing a different kind of settings. That's the Edge screen text, Edge screen timeout settings here, and notifications on the Edge screen. So there are a few differences that we see now. There are no notification settings in the earlier version, while right now in the Edge screen settings you can see notifications on the Edge screen. So that is quite a good and new update that we see on the Galaxy Note Edge. and moreover there is no much of other differences. But the way the material UI is being done on the Android Lollipop is not seen here, because it is still the TouchWiz UI. You still have the same animations and such, except for the notification area there are no huge changes. So this was the Android 5.0.1 Lollipop update on the Galaxy Note Edge smartphone. You would be receiving the same update on the Galaxy Note 4, S5 and the Note 3 as well, because that is what we have been learning, that these are the devices that would initially receive the Android Lollipop update. So this was the 5.0.1 update. Stay tuned on Phoneda for more videos, more tips and tricks, and also the news around the devices. Thank you.